Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight. And today's guests, you can see them at the Blue Chip Casino this Friday night. They will be there performing, and I'd like to introduce the Soulguru Band. Thanks for being here, people. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. From my left, we have Ian, and he is your keyboard player. We have Samantha, she's your singer. Ibby's also a guitar player. And to his side is Roy, he is the drummer, and we have Wayne, the bass player. Once again, thanks guys. So let's start with you, Wayne. Where were you born? Where'd you grow up? What were your first musical influences and instruments?
I was born and raised in Niles, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
As a youngster, I used to listen to a lot of the old school funk groups back in the day, and that's where I kind of got my roots, starting playing the bass guitar. So in my playing, you're going to hear a whole lot of old school funk playing. So,
well, you know, I love me some good old Dayton, Ohio funk. I mean, if we were talking that kind of funk, that's my kind of slide. Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting chills. Anyway, we're gonna. Yeah. All right, you, Roy. How about you, Roy? Where were you born? Where'd you grow up? And
I was born in LaPorte, which is just on the road from here.
Okay.
And I grew up in a little bit in Michigan City in grade school, and then moved back to LaPorte.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, as a kid, I'd go stay at I was an only kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go stay at my aunt's house, and I had girl cousins that were just a little bit older than me, and they would always be listening to Motown stuff and Archie's cartoons and the Monkees, and I mean just about any kind of music you could imagine. And so,
were the drums the first thing you picked up as an instrument, or did you play guitar or anything else?
The drums was. I started playing drums in the 5th grade.
Okay.
In the school band.
Yeah.
And played the marching band, the jazz band, and eventually played my first band at 15. It was a rock band when Black Sabbath and Kiss and all that stuff was popular.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I cut my teeth.
Yeah.
And then eventually I migrated to this kind of music because I like it better.
Yeah.
It's hard to find people that do that.
No doubt about it.
There's a lot of classic rock bands, but dance bands are like, you have a niche when you play that.
No doubt about it. Not, you know, I always had a saying, it would make my wife laugh, but if you can dance, you got a chance. But anyway.
Mind if I use that?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I finally had to change it. You know, it was on my little Facebook. But Ibby, we know you are from Hammond, Indiana, and part of a family of 5. But what was your first, musical influence again? Do you kind of remember?
Yeah, well, I'd say my older brother, he played the guitar, so I was listening to a lot of things that my older siblings were listening to. They're 9 to 11 years older than me, so I listened to a lot of music that they were listening to, and I was very passionate about music from an early age.
Yeah.
So I think the other, like as far as disco and things like that, I remember in kindergarten that I think I brought an AM radio, and Gloria Gaynor, "I Will Survive" happened to be on or something, and at that time that was like, I guess, my favorite song, or what I was told. So I guess I did like some disco back then, but I really didn't delve into disco from a musical perspective, I guess, until much later on, because a lot of times you don't realize the complexities involved and the musical integrity. I think at the time it was frowned upon by the rock and roll.
There was 2 sides. Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of great musicians on this record, and actually a lot of studio jazz and rock musicians, such as Jeff Skunk Baxter, with
Steely Dan.
Yes, so he was on like the Donna Summer records and some of these other records. So it's interesting to see that that blend of the musicians from different genres.
Samantha, where were you born? Where'd you grow up? And how did you get your musical tastes?
Yeah, I was born in Chicago, and I was raised in Colorado and Arizona, and then I moved to Northwest Indiana probably about 10 years ago.
Any certain style of singer? Any singers that you've emulated, or any singers you've tried to?
I really like jazz music. I haven't really experienced that in a band dynamic yet. But I really like, some of my influences are probably Adele, Amy Winehouse, Billie Holiday, just some of those classic artists.
Well, that's good. We're gonna get back to some of that in just a few moments. Ian, you're the keyboard player. Where'd you grow up? Where were you born?
Yeah, so I'm from South Bend, Indiana.
Okay.
So just south of Niles, from Michigan. So I have kind of weird mixed bag, a lot of different things. I grew up playing clarinet actually from age 10. I went to college in Portland, Oregon, where I studied like music theory. So I have a composition degree. That's kind of my main thing I studied. But that was when I started learning to play piano. Was about 18, so I'm still working on it. Trust me. I got a composition degree from my USB also, so master's degree. So I've listened to lots of stuff, just lots of different. A lot of classical music. Being in a 15-person funk band though in my early 20s, that was like a defining thing. 15 piece, full horns, full vocals, everything. That was like that kind of cements. That just gives you love, for the rest of your life. So a lot of jazz, a lot of classical stuff, and I love blending styles and a lot of Latin music too. I love too, So I think we're all sort of mixed bags of lots of different influences, So yeah.
So of you five, who were the first 2 or 3 to start collaborating, or was it all 5 at once?
Sam, I think
that would be
Sam.
That would be us too.
Okay.
And first we were in a band together, like a pop rock band, and then we found these other musicians and we collaborated as a larger group.
Well, I tell you what, you play a lot of the stuff I grew up with, listening to, and love to dance to. And my gosh, one of the questions I like to ask, and it's more kind of on the serious side, but again, we talked about me being a Gen Xer, baby boomer. Yeah. What are the faces that you're seeing in the crowd when you're playing this good old music? Are you seeing the young people coming up the ranks of fandom, or is it just us old people, so to say, like me, that are coming to see the shows? Do you see a shift at all, or?
What do you think, Roy?
It runs the gamut.
Yeah.
We do have some young people that some of the songs we do probably weren't popular until they were born.
Yeah.
And they love it. As a matter of fact, that one time we went to the casino, we were on break, and we had a young guy and his fiance or wife or whatever, and they said, you guys are just great. It's hard to find a band that does this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're going to be here a lot. And I said, we'll probably be here a few times. So it's always nice when you get that kind of feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like some of you,
Sam will get out there and dance with them. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
She's really good with the crowd.
Yeah, I know I have young daughters, and I was always happy when they listened to some of my music in the car. Were any of you young enough to say, it was my parents' music that got me going?
Well, I think we're both millennials, right?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. Yeah, yeah.
I think a lot of stuff was done before we were even conceived of.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But
how do you pick your first song of your set? Is there something go into your creating your set list, since you have so many great songs to play?
Yeah, I'd say so. We want to make sure it's something that grabs the attention of the audience. We don't want to do something that's kind of like an in-between song, energy-wise. So we want to make sure that everyone's aware, we've got the green light and it's ready to go as far as, get up and dance or just being able to hear us. And then a lot of times we'll integrate different songs within a song because I don't know if you remember those K-Tel records.
Oh yeah, I got a few at home still.
Yeah, so theoretically, like it's nice to kind of have that vibe as far as going from one song to another. It's nice to kind of just keep that momentum going, and that's why I like the way we perform the songs because. Well, if you're in a tribute band, that's one thing, okay? So if, for example, if you're in a, AC/DC or Journey tribute band or whatever tribute band, of course, those people want to hear the songs exactly how they sound on record, right? But for me, when I go see a live, like a local band doing covers, I feel like, if I want to hear the song exactly reproduced as the studio version, I mean, I might as well just listen to the studio version. And I feel like that's one component that I really enjoy as far as this band performing, because we personalize the songs, and you know, we like to extend them, or we like to throw in little bits and pieces of songs. So it's
Or go into a different song and come back to the original song.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
we have a set list, but it's subject to change.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So what do you think about that, Wayne?
I think that high energy is what we're about. We need you up there to dance. We don't want you to sit down.
No.
No.
You know, I think we've accomplished our goal that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I like what you said about playing the old funk, because there really is not a lot of people out there. You know, you just don't. You're a Daz band and some of these, you know, bands that really brought it back in the day. I mean, you go way back to the Marquets and stuff like that. So you got me excited, Wayne. I gotta admit, I really do have to see it.
you know those grooves. That's
When
for
you're
sure.
playing that type of music, the bass player is actually the most important instrument in it.
Yeah.
He drives the song.
Oh.
And Wayne plays a slap bass, and if you've ever tried to find a slap bass, they're just not around.
Ah,
So he makes my job easy.
Yeah.
He makes me sound good. I love playing with Wayne.
He makes me sound.
He's the other half of the
It's about
organization.
that pocket. He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
well, I'm super excited to see you. So, moving up the ladder, so to say, what do you think would maybe be a nice next step? Is there a next step on the ladder for Soulguru, so to say, on the ladder of musical aspirations? Even if it's maybe personal aspirations.
For me, it's just one step at a time.
Okay.
Just day by day. We're gonna rehearse today.
Yeah.
We'll just do the best we can for the next one. After that,
Beautiful.
we'll see. You know, that's
Yeah.
my attitude.
Well, one of the fun I usually have two questions that I kind of like to wrap up the interview with. They're kind of fun questions, but if there was any one venue, any theater, any place, past or present, that you could be up there playing or singing, what would that place be?
Madison Square Garden.
What's that?
That's a good one.
Madison Square
There
Garden.
you go.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. How about you, Roy?
The Apollo.
Okay.
Okay.
Ibby?
I think I mentioned this before.
Yeah.
Either like Red Rocks and
Yeah.
Red Rocks outdoor
Mm-hmm.
stadium, and somewhere like in Europe, like maybe the Colosseum in Rome or Pompeii.
Mm-hmm.
I did, you know, just
These guys, the walls would be crumbling down then, you know, when he plays. Yeah.
Like Yanni, huh?
Yeah.
yeah, or maybe they'll be building back up.
How about you, Sam?
I'd say like a stadium.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
For
That'd
sure.
be cool.
You guys are thinking way bigger than that. I'm just thinking about Howard Park South Bend Fusion Fest. That's
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
South Bend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
And one last question. It's
Yeah.
another hypothetical, fun
Yeah.
kind of question, and something you may have never thought about. But if you could switch places with another musician or singer for a whole weekend, not just a day, where you could live their life for a whole weekend, past or present, who would that be?
For me, it would be a guitar. I like to lead guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little bit more singing. Yeah.
Gotcha. How about you, Roy? Anybody you wish maybe somebody you could sit in with?
Bass
one day?
guitar. I'd like to be Wayne for a couple.
That's awesome. Yeah. Ibby, I think you told me your guy.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd
Okay.
add to the guitarist Steve Hackett. I think he's an excellent guitarist. I'd love to have his skills. And Steve Perry as
Okay.
for vocals.
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
one of my favorite vocalists.
This is a great question. I don't know, maybe in the vein of disco, maybe like Diana Ross, somebody of that area, the studio back then. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What a hard question. I don't know. Donny Hathaway, maybe. A great
Okay.
artist, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many good jazz piano players I absolutely emulate. So anyway, yeah.
Great. Well, we're gonna be seeing your band once again. This will be this Friday, right? What time?
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9 to 1 a.m.
Okay. Wow, that's a nice full 4-hour set too.
Yeah.
Yes. Are there other dates this summer coming up for the band that you wanted to highlight by any chance?
We're doing a Save the Dunes event. Do you know when that is?
It's on our calendar, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
coming up pretty quick. We'll be back at the Blue Chip in November.
Okay.
We usually can only book there 3 or 4 times because they don't like to overplay you.
Yeah.
So they book the whole year in advance. We usually get 3 or 4 bookings a year there.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, I'd really like to thank you folks.
Yes.
It's been a real pleasure. Can't wait to see you play, honest to gosh. So, well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight. And once again, I'd like to thank the band Soulguru. And until next time, peace, everybody.
Peace.